In a world where playing it safe can be the riskiest move, embracing AI is no longer optional. It's essential for staying ahead. Today, let's dive into how you can enhance your own personal brainstorming sessions with ChatGPT to arrive at actionable outcomes quickly and gain a competitive edge. While this video focuses mainly on solo brainstorming techniques, they can be incorporated into broader methodologies like design thinking, especially during the ideate phase. Before we get into using AI, let's briefly go over some typical steps of brainstorming. Whenever we are presented with a problem, we need to make sure we come up with the best possible solution. So rather than using the first idea that enters our mind, we push ourselves to come up with as many ideas as possible, stretching our creativity to its limits in order to have a broader range of ideas to choose from. The prominent American psychologist Joy Paul Guilford coined the term divergent thinking for this process, and it can be thought of as the idea generation phase. Key characteristics of divergent thinking include being creative, open, flexible, original, and it focuses on quantity over quality. Once all of our ideas have been captured, the next step is to organize them in a way that helps us see the bigger picture. From there, our goal is to find one well-defined solution for our problem. Guilford called this process convergent thinking, and it can be thought of as the solution-finding phase. Key characteristics of convergent thinking include being focused, logical, narrowing down options, evaluation, and elimination. And last but not least, once we have decided upon our solution, we need to create a list of actionable outcomes in order to implement the solution. As you can see, brainstorming is not just one event, but a process consisting of a series of steps, each requiring a different skill set. In a perfect world, we would be great at all of these steps, but this is often not the case. We might be very creative at coming up with ideas in the divergent thinking stage, but find it difficult narrowing down the options in the convergent thinking stage, or vice versa. Especially when working on our own, this can limit our potential solutions. This is where ChatGPT can really help us level up and take our brainstorming process to the next level with a process we call AI-enhanced brainstorming. First results of studies, for example at the RWTH Aachen, indicate that AI allows for larger problem and solution spaces to be explored and ultimately leads to higher innovation performance. There are many ways to approach AI-enhanced brainstorming, so here is an example of a sequence of prompts to get you started. With our problem in mind, it is time to start the divergent thinking process. I personally like to take a nice walk and dictate all of the thoughts that are in my head straight into ChatGPT. It is important to note that the more context you can give ChatGPT at this initial stage, the more nuanced its assistance can be. The great thing is that you don't have to worry about being overly structured during this phase, as ChatGPT will help us do that at a later point in the process. Just go ahead and let your mind loose in the spirit of free-form association. Once you are done with this, end with the following prompt. You are a board of experts. Using divergent thinking, expand upon the ideas I've just presented. This simple prompt is great for adding additional angles to consider, therefore giving you a wider range of solutions to choose from. Now it's time for prompt 2. Summarize and analyze what I've said along with the new ideas generated. This prompt will help you get a clear overview of all ideas captured and present them in a clear, organized manner. Here is the next prompt in the sequence. Perform a SWOT analysis on the ideas discussed so far. This will give us a better understanding of the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats of what we have generated up until now. The following prompt is a great way to encourage critical thinking, challenge assumptions, and strengthen our ideas. Play devil's advocate where appropriate and advise on what I might need to consider or improve upon. Having ChatGPT take a contrary position, you are forced to examine the ideas more thoroughly, which can lead to better solutions. If what ChatGPT says here challenges you in any way, now is a good time to go back and forth with it to really strengthen your ideas or possibly reconsider various aspects. Now it's time to start with the convergent thinking part of the process with the following prompt. Synthesize all the information and insights gathered so far. Next, we will perform a final analysis with prompt 6. Analyze the strengths and weaknesses of the proposed ideas. This is great to get a feel for what will work well and what won't. And now for the part we have all been waiting for, prompt number 7. Identify the most viable solution and outline the steps for its implementation. This will give us what ChatGPT believes to be the best solution based on the entire chat, followed by an action plan in order to implement it. Of course, you might want to choose the solution yourself, in which case you could use the following variation. I would like to choose solution X. Please outline the steps for its implementation. And that's it. Once you give AI-enhanced brainstorming a go, you will soon realize its potential for increased efficiency, improved decision-making, and heightened creativity and innovation. For the links to the prompts in this tutorial and other AI-related resources, check the description below. If you enjoyed this tutorial, make sure to like and subscribe for new content coming soon.